Imagine a world where time is not constant, space bends under gravity, and light itself can be curved by invisible forces. At just 26 years old, Albert Einstein stood on the brink of rewriting physics as we know it, and what happened next changed humanity's understanding of the universe forever.
That's quite the picture you're painting. It's incredible to think about the impact one person can have on the world.
Absolutely. And what's even more fascinating is the journey Einstein took to get there. You'll hear how Einstein battled self-doubt, rejection, and even ridicule from some of the greatest minds of his time. He wasn't always the iconic figure he became. There were moments when he wondered if his ideas would ever matter. Sound familiar?
Definitely familiar. It's comforting to know that even geniuses face challenges and doubts.
It is, isn't it? If you want to know how Einstein turned failure into success, hit like and subscribe button now, so you won't miss any part of this incredible story.
All right, let's dive in. Where does this amazing story begin?
Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879, in Ulm, Germany, to Hermann and Pauline Einstein, a middle-class Jewish family. Picture this: a quiet household filled with books, music, and the hum of machinery. For Hermann ran an electrical engineering company. From a young age, Albert showed signs of deep introspection, but also struggled academically. His teachers often described him as slow and dreamy, a far cry from the image of the brilliant physicist he would later become.
So, not exactly a child prodigy then? More of a late bloomer?
Exactly. And here's something interesting. Einstein grew up during a time when science was beginning to unlock the mysteries of electricity, magnetism, and thermodynamics. Yet, society still clung to classical Newtonian mechanics, which had ruled unchallenged for centuries. As a child, Einstein marveled at simple phenomena like compass needles pointing north, wondering why they behaved that way. These early questions planted seeds of curiosity that would eventually revolutionize modern physics.
That's a great detail. It shows how even seemingly simple questions can lead to groundbreaking discoveries.
Indeed. Why does this matter today? Because Einstein teaches us that asking why matters more than knowing all the answers. His relentless pursuit of knowledge reminds us that every great discovery begins with a single question.
That's a powerful message. It's about cultivating that childlike curiosity and never being afraid to question the status quo.
Absolutely. And the story gets even more interesting. Albert didn't talk until he was 4 years old, and even then, he spoke very little. Some people thought he might have learning difficulties. However, his parents encouraged him to explore his interests, especially in math and science. When Albert was 5, his father gave him a compass, and he became fascinated by how the needle always pointed north. This sparked his lifelong curiosity about the unseen forces that shape our world.
So his parents' support was crucial in nurturing his curiosity despite the challenges he faced early on.
Definitely. As a teenager, Albert moved to Switzerland because he didn't like the strict German education system. In Switzerland, he found freedom to think and study however he wanted. But life wasn't easy. He failed his entrance exam to the Zurich Polytechnic Institute, which was a big blow to his confidence. After retaking the test, he finally got in, but graduating didn't solve all his problems. Finding a job proved difficult because many universities didn't trust his unconventional After graduation, ideas. Einstein took a job as a patent clerk in Bern, Switzerland. While this may seem boring, it actually gave him time to think deeply about science. During these years, he worked on several groundbreaking theories, including special relativity, Brownian motion, and the photoelectric effect.
Despite his brilliance, no one really noticed his work at first. Even Max Planck, a famous physicist, initially dismissed Einstein's ideas as too strange. His personal life was also complicated. He married Mileva Merrick, a fellow student, but their relationship was rocky. They had 2 sons together, but their marriage ended in divorce. Later, he remarried his cousin Elsa Lowenthal, who supported him throughout his career.
Throughout his life, Einstein faced criticism for being absent-minded and neglecting his family for his work. It's important to remember that even geniuses are human beings with flaws.
1905 is known as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or miracle year. Within months, he published 4 revolutionary papers. First, Brownian motion. Einstein explained why tiny particles move randomly in liquids. This confirmed the existence of atoms and molecules, which was still debated at the time.
Then, there was the photoelectric effect. He showed that light behaves both as waves and particles. This discovery earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Next came special relativity. Einstein proposed that time and space aren't fixed, but depend on how fast you're moving. This idea completely changed how we understand the universe.
And finally, perhaps his most famous equation, E equals mc squared, which shows that mass and energy are interchangeable. It laid the foundation for nuclear energy. Despite these achievements, Einstein remained relatively unknown outside scientific circles. Many scientists were skeptical of his ideas, calling them too radical.
In 1915, Einstein introduced his theory of general relativity, which explained gravity as the warping of space and time by massive objects like stars and planets. At first, few people believed him. Then, in 1919, astronomers observed a solar eclipse and confirmed that starlight bends around the sun due to its gravity. Overnight, Einstein became a global celebrity. Newspapers called him the new Copernicus and the greatest scientist alive.
Einstein didn't work alone. He collaborated with many brilliant minds, including Niels Bohr, Erwin Schrödinger, Max Planck, and David Hilbert. Not everyone agreed with Einstein. Some physicists, like Ernst Mach, criticized his reliance on abstract mathematics instead of concrete experiments. Despite disagreements, Einstein maintained a sense of humor and humility. He once said, "If I had known that general relativity would require so much math, I would have studied harder."
Einstein's contributions reshaped our understanding of the universe, influencing everything from GPS technology to black hole research. Beyond science, he became a symbol of peace and human rights, advocating against war and nuclear weapons. During World War II, he famously signed a letter urging President Roosevelt to develop the atomic bomb, but later regretted it, fearing its destructive potential. His legacy extends beyond equations. Einstein taught us that imagination is more important than knowledge, that failure is merely a stepping stone to success, and that kindness should guide our actions. Today, his name is synonymous with genius. Yet his humanity shines brightest in his willingness to admit mistakes and strive for a better world.
So true. He wasn't just a brilliant mind confined to a lab. He was deeply engaged with the world and its challenges.
Exactly. And his impact resonates even today. So, the next time you look up at the stars, remember Einstein's words, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious." It is the source of all true art and science.
A beautiful sentiment and a perfect encapsulation of his scientific curiosity.
If you enjoyed learning about Albert Einstein's extraordinary journey, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more inspiring stories of remarkable people who defied the odds. Next week, we're diving into the incredible life of Marie Curie, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the only person ever to win in 2 different sciences. Don't miss it.
And for those inspired by Einstein's story, share it. Let's spread inspiration across the globe.
Absolutely. Now, let's delve into some fascinating details about Einstein's relationships with other scientific giants. We'll start with Niels Bohr.
Einstein and Niels Bohr, a famous rivalry over quantum mechanics. Bohr believed particles behave unpredictably, while Einstein insisted on hidden rules. Their debates were intense, yet respectful, pushing both to refine their ideas. A testament to the power of intellectual sparring.
Precisely. Their deep mutual respect is remarkable. Next, let's consider Erwin Schrödinger and his famous thought experiment, the cat that's both alive and dead until observed.
Einstein found it unsettling, arguing that reality shouldn't depend on observation. Despite their differences, they shared a love for theoretical physics and exchanged letters, highlighting the collaborative nature of scientific advancement, even amidst disagreements.
Then there's Max Planck, a pioneer of quantum theory, who initially doubted Einstein's work. But after seeing evidence supporting special relativity, he became one of Einstein's strongest allies, helping promote his ideas.
A crucial element of success, isn't it? Having champions who believe in your vision.
Absolutely. And finally, let's not forget David Hilbert, a brilliant mathematician who almost beat Einstein to publishing the final equations of general relativity. Instead of rivalry, Einstein saw an opportunity for collaboration.
Showing us that competition can, indeed, foster cooperation and lead to even stronger results. A powerful lesson in the collaborative spirit of science.
Through these relationships, Einstein demonstrated that science flourishes when people respectfully challenge each other and build upon each other's ideas. His legacy lives on, not only in his discoveries, but in the way he inspired others to think bigger and bolder.
A true inspiration, both scientifically and personally. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you for listening.